Hello there, this is Moonwillow 92 and I'm doing a vlog. This is actually a thank you vlog to my 100 subscribers. Woo! Can't believe 100 of you. Well, actually, this is coming a few weeks late. I'm now like up to like 112, so I kind of missed the mark by a few days, or 3 or 4. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for subscribing to me, for those who comment and like. That's awesome, and I didn't quite expect that to happen, so thank you. As part of this video, I'm finally going to do the question and answer video that I was planning a long time ago, as in before Christmas. I do have questions here. And so first question is about a first. So Mr. Charbits asks, first ever friend. So my first ever friend was a guy called Adam Sellers, who's younger than me. He was my first friend. He was my best friend until I moved away from Wales, which is where I was born. We kind of just grew apart and didn't really keep in contact, and so even though I'd call him a friend, I don't really speak to him, which is sad. Very, very sad. So that is my first question. Mr. Charbits is also the one who actually suggested I do a question and answer, so I'm sorry. So sorry that it's so late. Him and Amietti ask what my favourite colour is, and if you can't tell by this awesome frame and the fact that there's this awesome material in the background, my favourite colour is purple. Shade doesn't really matter. I prefer kind of like a plum colour, mainly because it goes with my hair, which is kind of red, so purple is my favourite colour. Derp Guru, what music do you like? I have a very eclectic taste in music, so I can literally listen to most genres. The only ones that are really obvious that I can't listen to are kind of like heavy metal, where it's just like screaming. Yeah, like I could probably listen to it, but I wouldn't necessarily choose it as a default. I guess like if I was to choose a genre over other ones, it would be kind of like indie acoustic. So people like Jack Johnson, Coldplay, the Oh Hellos, a new band that I recently found. They're really good, you should go check them out. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, Jack Johnson, Newton Faulkner, yeah, I just kind of that sort of thing, that kind of easy listening. Michael Bublé as well. I like a little bit of jazz. I listen every night to classical music to help me go to sleep, or if I'm feeling a bit stressed, I just put some of that on and it, you know, takes the stress all out of me. It's great. Pathoslab, one favourite food. Tasty food. When it comes to food, I never know kind of how to answer this, because I have like in each different category, like chocolate or sweets or vegetables or fruit, I have like different favourites. If I was to generalize, I would say Chinese. I think if we were having like a meal out or like having something fancy, say it was like my birthday, I would ask for Chinese. We don't often get takeout, but we make it at home and it's awesome. I like pie. Do you like pie? As in, I like pie. It's my friend and he asked, do you like pie? I do like pie, but only really meat pies. I don't really do fruit pies. I know this is a bit weird, but I'm not really a fan of like apple pie or pumpkin pie. Lucky Loops 555 asks your opinion on tacos. Yes please, but hold the cheese. I love tacos, but I don't like cheese at all. Never have, and I don't think I'll ever will. And so I don't really like cheese. Yeah. The only thing I'll eat with cheese is pizza, but it can't be just a plain one. It has to be like meat and vegetables, and then I dip it in barbecue or ketchup sauce. Yeah, I know, I'm weird. Infinite858, or Infin is Cool, which is his YouTube channel, you should go check him out, is, are you as cool as Infin? Never. Never as cool as you, dude. I mean, for one, you have cool in your name. Mr. Elong, or Blue Frank as I know him, asked me thoughts on Australia. There you go, there's my thoughts. I think it's an awesome place and I would love to go there sometime, and visit various places. Like I have an uncle who lives out there near Perth, and it'd be awesome to go visit there and then go visit kind of some of the different kind of attractions around it. Amiati asked me when I was going to visit her. As soon as I possibly can, and I have the money and I'm not in uni, which you'll find out about later. So at some point I will come and visit you, but it probably won't be this year. She also asked me, did you enjoy the 50th Doctor Who? She actually asked me, am I looking forward to it, before it even came out, which is back in November. So that's how long I've been planning this question A, and it's really bad. Anyway, the answer is I did enjoy it actually. Not quite what I expected, but then I guess I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting. But I really enjoyed kind of having all the different doctors, or like a few different doctors in the same episode, and kind of some of the string, like, what is it? Not the string ends. I guess this, like they've finally tied the knot on different plot scenes, and why certain things like the Elizabeth first, I knew they were going to do that when they came back. Like I was like, they haven't sorted that out, they've not kind of resolved it, and so I was so glad when that happened. If you haven't watched it, or you're not really a fan of Doctor Who, I'd definitely try and start getting into them. I started watching it when it was Christopher Eccleston. That was the first series I watched, and so I've been watching it since then, and I really enjoy it. I actually want to go back to that at the start and just watch them all the way through. I think that would be really awesome when I have the time. Pathos Lab 1 asks, where haven't you been that you would like to visit? Lots of places. I like to travel, or I like the idea of travelling. I've been to a few places, like with family we've been to various different places in Europe. So like one summer we drove all the way through to Italy, to the kind of strip that was really near Venice, and we actually went to Venice for one day, though we forgot to take extra water with us, and we thought it was going to be fine, and it got really hot and we were just so annoyed. But it was really cool, and like we drove back and we went to the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang castle that they use for like the outside view of it, which was really cool. We've been to like France and stuff, and I've also been to Uganda twice in my lifetime, and I'd really love to go to some of the other countries like South Africa and go see Cape Town, and go to Egypt and see all the pyramids, and things like going to Brazil or like some of the other countries in South America would be awesome. Even going to America in the first place. I've not been to the USA or Canada. I've got friends over there as well, which I would love to go and see again. So it would be, yeah, there's a lot of places. Like one of my bucket list things is to go, at least like have travelled to each continent, excepting Antarctica, though if I get the chance I probably would, and then as like a sub from that is like visit as many countries as I possibly can in my lifetime. So that's definitely something I want to try. If you could go back in time, what time would you go back to and why? I think I would like, if I could, there's a couple, like I would love to kind of go to the beginning of creation, or like the start of Earth, and the universe and stuff, and just kind of experience it. I think that would be interesting. I think it would be scary and probably very mind-blowing, and I think a lot of people would want to try and do that. But I think the one I would really like to is go back to like the Georgian period. Like Jane Austen, she's like one of my favourite authors. This kind of links in with the Guru's question, which is, if you could meet any historical person, who would it be, by? So like Jane Austen, I would love to like meet her, or like meet her even before she grew famous, because in her lifetime like she became known, like her books and stuff, and it would have been interesting to kind of, I don't know, be part of her like family or friends, and so experience some of the stuff that led to the creation of those stories. I know kind of Becoming Jane, which is a movie, kind of covered some of them. I don't know how many are actually fact and fiction and stuff, but it would be awesome to kind of go visit that period of time. Sheldon16 asks, when did you first start gaming in general? I first started gaming probably when I was about 8 or 9, I think. We got one of these like gaming it wasn't like a PS1 or like any of those types of things. It was like this generic one that you plug in. It had loads of mini games that you could choose from, but it came with like little controllers and stuff, which were really cool. And then we got our computer, and I remember one of the first games I had was on a floppy disk, and it was the Lion King one, where you had to try and go around collecting all the butterflies and not get hit by the porcupines, which is quite funny. And then we got the PS1. Oh, that was great. We had games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and I think my dad got Tomb Raider, and we all had a go at it as well. So it's kind of, yeah, I've been gaming for a long time, so I guess kind of around that age. It's kind of vague. I don't have like, you know, exact date. I like to ask, what got you into Minecraft? Or who, I should say. So I first saw Minecraft as a game when my brother was doing, or like was playing on it, but on the browser version. So it's like when you're in creative, and he would just use a lot of TNT and just make these massive holes, which is quite funny. And then it kind of reappeared when I was at the youth group that I helped lead, and this guy called Joshua Dowse and his family, some of you may know him as X-Dowsey, he said about this game that he was playing, and he thought actually you might enjoy it. And so I had a look, and I was actually, oh, okay, this is quite good. And so I took the plunge into buying an account, and I've kind of been I guess addicted to it since. So thanks to kind of Dowsey and 1Mini-E and Kiana Nanana, though Kiana Nanana didn't play it so much, and Molly Sutton, you know who you are, they all kind of played it and said you should come on and join this multi-serve, like multiplayer server. And so it wasn't long after I'd actually got Minecraft that I then started playing multiplayer. I have the Dowse family to thank, if I'm being really honest, so thank you guys. He also asked what your favourite block is. The horse, does that count? Oh, you know what, Amiati had asked earlier, or I know she'd asked what my favourite animal is, and I forgot to answer it. Basically, I like horses. They are my favourite animal and always have been. I've always had this fascination with horses since I was young. Horses since I was a young girl. My cousin actually has had a few horses, and so I was able to, if we went down to visit her, would go and have a ride. It was also very exciting. What inspired you to start YouTube? I guess watching X-Dowsey's videos. If you don't know who X-Dowsey is, he's basically a YouTuber. He started off doing he started off doing COD videos, and then he moved to Minecraft, and that's when he really kind of hit it off. He's now kind of moving into other areas of like different games and stuff. I know he did like a Batman series. It's really cool. He's actually at uni studying kind of TV and film stuff, so he's very good at what he does, so I would definitely recommend you go and check him out. That's why I kind of got into YouTube. It looked like fun, like the idea of making videos and just putting them up, and like how you record gaming and kind of editing it. It's always kind of fascinated me, that kind of stuff. How long have you been uploading content for? This YouTube channel I've actually had since 2007. I first got it because I wanted to make playlists of music, because at the time I didn't have a very extensive collection. I now have lots. And so me and my sister would make playlists on it and use it for like listening to like when we were doing homework and housework and stuff like that. And then I started uploading some like kind of real life videos, which aren't on here anymore. I've taken them down, but they're just kind of silly ones. And I think one of the first, which no, I didn't upload that. I was just thinking the first video I've made was like of this little blue tack man that's about that size, and it was like a stop frame, stop motion. No, wait, is it stop motion? I've confused myself. But yeah, there was like several ones that I uploaded because I thought they were funny, and so I thought other people would like to see it, and some of them got some views, but it wasn't until June of last year, was it 2013? Yeah, 2013. It was just after my birthday, and I decided to actually finally record something that, like, I'd finally got everything that I needed to record stuff. And so I did my first one, which was me attempting a parkour that Mr. LONG had made me for my birthday. So that is still on my channel, so you can go see that. Someone asked on Ask FM, how far do you want to go? I don't really have any aspirations. It was just kind of something to have a go at, and I enjoy uploading the videos and kind of interacting with people who kind of comment on it, and I still mainly use YouTube to watching other videos. I watch a lot of videos, so the fact that I've got to 100 subs, I never thought I'd get there. Final question though, who inspires you? There are a couple of people. One you won't know and one you might know. So the first one who inspires me is a woman called Helen Allen. She is someone I know. I've babysat for her a few times. She's a nurse, and she also runs a charity, and she recently has started doing these kind of photos for M&S, and like she's been in photos with Dame Helen Mirren and who else was it? There was like loads of famous people, and she was chosen because a couple of years ago she was voted Nurse of the Year in one of the nursing magazines, which was very impressive. So I'm sure if you typed in her name and like nurse, it would come up and you could find it all out. But the way she kind of seems to do everything, and yet nothing seems to faze her. I mean, she's doing a day job as a nurse. Well, actually she works quite a lot at night, but doing nursing, and then she runs a charity, and she does networking to get like support for the charity. She then she had done all that kind of Marks and Spencer stuff, and then recently at the church, because she's like at my church, she organised this event for it, and I'm just thinking, and then also she has children. She has 2 wonderful children, and I'm thinking, how have you managed to do all that and still be happy and still be really cheerful and still want to kind of be friends with people and be really friendly with people you don't know? And then it's just so, yeah, she inspires me because she's kind of, yeah, she's just seems to be like Superwoman. The other person that inspires me is someone called Deb Guru. I don't know if you know her. She's a very nice woman. She is the mother of X Darcy, and it's basically through knowing X Darcy that I've kind of become friends with her. and I just admire the way that she basically has homeschooled all her 5 kids. Yes, she has 5 wonderful, wonderful children, and she's kind of homeschooled them against which is kind of against the norm in the UK, and she's kind of not let that faze her, and kind of when things have not been so great, she's always been like a role model. She's always been patient, she's always been kind, she's always been friendly, helpful. She is a lot of fun to be around, and I'm very glad that I've got to know her, especially over this past year. I've got to know her a lot better, and so Deb Guru, you inspire me, and so for that I thank you. And that's all my questions done. I'm going to give you a few kind of little what are they called? Some information. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. As you may know, I have been doing hardcore series, and have been since October. I probably won't be doing the March one just cause halfway through I am going to university. I don't know how much time I will have because the course I'm on is adult nursing, and it's pretty much like a proper job, but we don't get paid for it. We actually have to pay to do it. So I might start out doing it because it's not until halfway through March, but if I find that I won't be able to do that and something else, I'll probably stop and then reassess my timings for April. And speaking of uni, one of the ideas I've been having and I've had for a long time is to do a uni vlog. It won't be anything to do with gaming, it won't be kind of gaming at all. It'll basically be all about uni and all about the course I'm on specifically. I think sometimes the courses you're on, you don't necessarily know whether it's the right one for you. I'm just kind of, the idea was to kind of be more informative and help those that might want to do a nursing course. This is probably more UK specific. I wanted to find out more, could find out by coming onto my channel. So I've got another channel for that, which is Moon Makes You Think. Did I say that right? It'll be down in the description. Plan is to do it once a week, because I think if I tried to do it every day that would be a bit tiring, especially if I'm on placement a few days in a row. But basically it'll be kind of a summary. I won't be filming any kind of placements because obviously they'll be either in hospital or kind of out in the community, and I won't be filming any lectures, but I'll just kind of give an overview. Might film me going to various places, or if I think something's cool I'll film it. So definitely go check that channel if you think you might be interested, or you're just intrigued to see what it's all about. A couple of series that should be coming out soon is Dirtville. It's a new server that I've been invited to, and I have videos but I've yet to edit them and put them out, so stay tuned for that. Another one is Skyblocks. I've not done it for a while, even though I said I would back in January. Basically I went on again to kind of do some off-camera prep, and I fell and lost half my dirt. And you know when you do something and you're so annoyed with yourself and you just kind of can't go back to doing it again for a long time because you're just so annoyed with yourself? That's pretty much why Skyblocks hasn't come out for a long time. I'm hoping that'll change and I'll actually be able to go back and continue the challenges, because I'm about on 20 I think, so that means there's like another 30 left. So at some point I hope to go back and actually finish it. A couple of questions to you guys is, I know quite a few YouTubers do this, but they call their subscribers like a name, and I've been trying to think of some things that I could call people, and and I haven't yet kind of come up with anything that I like. I was thinking the willows. You could be the willows, or you could be the moonbeams, or I don't know, the stars, because then I'm the moon and the stars are around it. But if you have any ideas, then do comment below, and I'll kind of pick my favourite one. Also, I guess I want a name for my vlogs. It'd be something that's kind of interesting but catchy at the same time. Something that when people say that phrase will think of me. Okay, so this is all I've got to say. Thank you again for if you're one of those 100 subscribers, and I will try and get everything else that I've said I was going to get out if you understood me. So if any of that makes sense, then please leave all that in the comment below. Make sure to like this video so that other people can see it, because obviously likes help a lot. And yeah, anything else you want to ask or want to comment, then just comment down below. And so I will say TTFN until next time. Bye.